What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a brand new review of Love During Lockup, you guys, Season 3, Episode 10. And this episode is titled The $1 Million Fantasy, you guys. So before we jump into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning your post notifications on, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss Love During Lockup, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with a couple that I just don't care about at all. Andy and Brittany, you guys. So we see Andy. So Andy is going to go visit his daughters, and he's telling us that he has not saw his daughters in quite some time, right? Now, I don't know what quite some time is, but he just said quite some time, right? So he pulls up to his daughter's house, and so his daughters bring him in. I think one was 25, and I think the other one was 24. I think their names are Brittany and Destiny or something like that. Allie and Destiny, Allison and Destiny, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section, you guys. So I think it's his baby girl. She asked him, like, so are you going to be moving to Rome to be with Brittany? He told her yes. I was like, wait a minute. Wait. Run that back. So you're going to be moving to another state. Actually, are they in Georgia? I forget where they are. But you're moving from where your kids are, who you ain't really had no contact with, to go be with this woman who you don't really know. And it'll come up in just a few minutes, but his daughter says something that I said in last week's either live or in the review. So, but I will say he sounds so stupid. So he tells them that he's going to be having a video call with Brittany, right? So the daughters were really reluctant to speak to Brittany, but he called Brittany and she was on the phone. So the daughters both came over to the computer and they were like, "Hi, hi," right? So they spoke to her. So they asked him at one point, does he think that Brittany is marriage worthy, right? He says yes, he does think that she's marriage worthy. But then they also said, do you think, well, they say that they think that he's getting played. And I'm like, I absolutely believe that your dad is getting played. And I don't care that your dad is getting played, because that's exactly what is happening. Your dad is getting his ass played, right? So like I said, he had the video call and both of his daughters spoke to her, but the youngest one, she really wasn't feeling it. So at one point she asked Brittany, like, do you have any kids? She said, you can answer if you want to or not, right? So Brittany says she named out the ages of her kids. She said 18, 15, 12, and 10. I was like, wait a minute, 18, 15, 12, and 10 years old. And then they asked her, like, what are you in prison for? So she said she's in prison for possession of drugs, right? And so they brought up the same thing that I said last week. They told her about it. Their mom did drugs. And I was like, so if your ex-wife did drugs, then why did you get with this woman who did drugs? And that's exactly what they were asking him. And then he said, well, every time I go see her, I make her take a pee test. Okay, and that just means she was clean before you came and got that. Like, if you guys are scheduling when she's gonna come visit her, that means she got time to clean her system up. Like, the fuck? Like, you acting like you don't. You're acting like you were not a cop. So one of her daughters is coming to meet him, and they were like, so you gonna raise her daughters, but you weren't even there for your own kids, because we spent more of our time with our grandmother. And he was like, that's not true. So he got pissed off. So Brittany then called back later, and he was like, I'm still here talking to my daughters, but they're a little upset. So his youngest daughter came over, and she told Brittany, like, hey, so our dad wasn't always in our life. And she was like, wait a minute, what? And Brittany flipped out. I was like, Brittany, I'm gonna need you to kind of tone it down just a little bit, because ma'am, you're in prison. So you ain't mother of the year. So I'm just gonna need you to pipe it on down just a little bit, because you are not, again, mother of the year. So just bring it down a few notches. But that's it, you guys. Let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Jade and Chris. So we see, as you know, Jessica. I believe Jessica. Jade was talking to her dad. I kept calling her Jessica last week, but Jade. Jade is talking to her dad, and so her sister Jessica, that she threw the birthday party for last week, is going to be coming over to the house, right? So they're gonna go do bike riding, right? So Jessica eventually got to the crib, and so she and Jade left. And Jade asked her like, "Hey, so the way you flipped out last, time you were here for your birthday, like, why did you do that?" And I was like, "Ma'am, if you gotta ask the question of why did she flip out the way that she did, like, you know why she flipped out. It's because your husband is mad controlling. Like, he's controlling, right?" So Jessica said that she did it because he makes situations about him. And I mean, clearly he definitely made that situation about him. If she's with him, and I love what Jessica said. He's in prison. I was like, exactly. And that's what I said last week. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just not gonna sit here and let someone who is behind bars control my life when you're asking for permission to go pee. You're getting told when you're gonna go take a dump. You're getting told when you're gonna go take a shower. You're getting told when you're gonna go eat. You're getting told when to go to sleep. You're not gonna control my life, sir. I don't give a damn how much money you shelling out. So Jessica also asked her, did you know he was rich or how much money he had when you first started talking to him? She said no. The real reason that she started writing him is because she thought he was hot. So Jessica then asked her, well, how much money has he spent on you in total? And Jay was like, I don't know. So she said, okay, how much is the bike? I think she said the bike was like 50,000. The truck is 60,000. The camper 50, 60,000. So all in all, this man has probably spent about a good $1 million on her. So I was like, like I said last week, I ain't judging her. If get it how you live, sis. I have no judgment for you. So they finished riding the bikes. They rode the bikes, and then when they finished riding the bikes, Jessica looked at Jade's phone, and on Jade's phone, she had 15 missed calls from Chris. Right now, see that is one thing that I will say. It infuriates me and it annoys me when someone calls me back to back to back to back. Like, that is the one thing that is, first of all, that is harassment, because it happens to me quite often in my job, right? Where people will call my desk and they would just call it back to back to back to back to back to back. And I'm like, please leave a message. Like, I have a voicemail. There's a voicemail for a reason. I'm going to check it. Like, please leave a fucking voicemail and I'll get back to you. Like, that is just something that annoys my spirit when someone calls you back to back like that. So she eventually talked to him. And so here's the thing. He feels like, since he does so much for, Jade, that the least you can do is give him a courtesy call. And he feels like Jessica should encourage it. I was like, say what now? Run that back. So because this is your wife and you decide to you decide to spend money on her, you feel that she should just be at your beck and call. Whenever you call, she's supposed to just drop everything that she's doing and just be on the phone with you. Like, I'm sorry. It couldn't be me and it wouldn't be me. But again, like I've said numerous times, I would never date anyone who is in prison. Now, there is no judgment about being in prison, but you're just not finna sit here and try to dictate what I do with my day and dictate when I talk to you. Like, you're the one that's in prison, not me. I I am in a free world. I'm going to live my free ass life. When you get out of that shoebox that you in, then we can talk. Actually, when you got that shoebox and get off them papers, and if you got a tether, like whatever you got attached to you, once you get out of prison, once you get off of all of that, then we can have a little bit of a conversation. But until then, I am gonna live my best life, have fun. Yes, we're married, but I mean, I ain't gonna do nothing too wild, but I want to go out and live my life and have fun. Like, I'm not in prison. You are, because of the choices that you made. So you're not gonna make me sort of a life, whatever kind of sentence you got. You're not gonna make me serve a 10-year sentence, a 5-year sentence, a 15-year sentence, a 2-year sentence, a 1-year sentence, hell, even 9 months. You're not gonna make me serve that with you. You're gonna serve it on your own, right? Once I have the, like I said, once I have the free time and the flexibility in my schedule to say, hey, let me take this call from this mother, like, I'll do that. But no, absolutely, N-O-T. Hell the no. No, 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 no. Won't be at me, said the pussycat. But let's pause here and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Letitia and Keith, right? So you guys remember we ended last week's episode with Letitia and Keith, and Letitia asking her co-worker Deanna, "You fuck my husband?" So Deanna said, "Girl, no, I ain't fuck him." So she was like, "So what was it?" And I was like, "Girl, is it that deep? Like, you're married to him. Like, where we going with this, right?" So she was like, "No." She said, "What happened is Keith and I talked when we were in high school." So she said, "So you saw his dick?" She was like, "Girl, if I saw his dick, I would have told you what it looked like." And I was just sitting there thinking to myself, ma'am, 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 did you not just hear what this girl said? This girl literally said she talked to him when they were in high school and they were about 15, 16 years old. Girl, let that go. High school, years ago, meaning it ain't current. It probably ain't even in this decade. I can guarantee you it ain't in this decade. Like, ma'am, move on and let it go, like Elsa said, right? So she called up Chris's aunt to ask his aunt, did him and that girl date, right? She said nah, but they did talk to each other. So she said that they fuck, and she was like, I don't know, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. And the girl was like, huh? And the aunt was like, I know my nephews. I know my nephews, how they were getting down. Now them other two employees, the one that looked like she going to midnight mass with that black on with the white around her collar. She's the messy one too, and that other one with the never mind. The other one with the other one, they were both outside talking to the producer and they were just laughing. I was like, that is messy. So Letitia went to the side at one point and she was just sending him all kind of messages about this girl Deanna. I was like, Letitia, did you not just hear your aunt and your coworker both say they were 15 or 16 years old in fucking high school? Why do you care? Why do you care? For some reason, he married you, and for some reason, you married him. So why the hell do you give a damn about something that may have happened 10, 20, 15, however many years ago? Why do you give a hot diggity dog damn? Why do you care? Please explain it to me why you care. So later in the episode, she was talking and she told her daughter that she's getting ready to get a phone call from her bonus dad, right? And so she was like, I haven't heard from him. So I was looking on my Facebook page where to see if any of the other wives were saying that they were on lockdown. So eventually Keith called her, right? So the first thing that she wants to bring up is this situation with him and Deanna. She asked him if he slept with her. He asked her, why did it matter? I was like, thank you for asking that question. But shit, she didn't get the answer why it mattered because click, he hung up in her face. I was like, serves you right because you look stupid and foolish. Like, come on, bruh. Like, you asking him from 15, 16 years old. Keith is how old now? Like, Keith got to be in his 30s, right? Keith is got to be in his 30s or late 30s, mid to late 30s, or even early 40s. Like, girl, I really was looking at Letitia like, girl, you cannot be serious. Keith is 34 years old. Keith is my age. So that means Keith graduated in 07, at least 07, 07 or 06. Like, Letitia, go to bed. Please go to sleep. Because I was just looking at that scene like, girl, this is just dumb and stupid. Dumb and stupid. But let's pause here, you guys, and move forward, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, we got Brittany and K-Rock. 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 I don't know what to say with Brittany and K-Rock, you guys, because I do know what to say. Brittany and K-Rock are prime examples of why I say 20 something is very young to get married, because what K-Rock is 25 and she is 22 years old, they're emotionally immature. So Brittany went out with her best friend Shayla and K-Rock's best friend EB. So they went bumper carding, right? So when they finished, K-Rock, called Brittany. Child, why did they have a picture of K-Rock sitting right on their table? I was like, oh my God, not them sitting here at this table with this picture of K-Rock on the table, right? So, while they were talking, at one point, Brittany told K-Rock, guess what, babe? We got a picture of you right here on the table with us. And when she said that, click, the phone hung up. I was like, was it K-Rock that hung up the phone? Or was it whoever was listening on the other end that hung up that phone? Because, I mean, as soon as she mentioned that picture, that phone went, turn. I was like, ooh, that was fucked up. So, we find out a little bit more about K-Rock and Brittany. And this leads into what I just said a few minutes ago about the fact that both, I feel like when it comes to K-Rock and Brittany, that they're both emotionally immature and they're both very childish, right? So both of them have cheated on each other. And I was like, so, huh? Never mind. Actually, no, I actually have that question. How the hell do you cheat on somebody that you went to prison with? But they explained it, right? So at one point they got separated from each other, right? And K-Rock cheated on Brittany first. I was like, okay, so you took K-Rock back. And then she said that, she cheated on him because there was a rumor out there that she cheated on him. I was like, oh my God, like, yes, this is literally young teen. It actually sounds like teenage shit, right? So I cheat on you, and then I hear a rumor that you cheated on me. So since you heard a rumor that I cheated on you, and you believe said rumor, then I'm gonna go out and cheat on you. I was like, huh? Because that's exactly what happened. Since K-Rock believed that rumor that Brittany cheated on him, she went out and cheated on him. I was like, oh, so was it like retaliation or something? So it's like, oh, so you believe these damn rumors? Okay, well, since you believe the rumors, I might as well go ahead and do it. But you know what? I had to think about that. It ain't just kids who do that, because there are some grown ass men who would do that. Well, I mean, you accused me of cheating, so shit. I mean, you kept saying I was cheating, so I eventually just went out there and cheated. Like, where's the logic in that? Where is the logic in that? Because that's literally what it sounded like. That, when she got out of prison, she met somebody and she just had sex with them. I was like, oh my God, why? So we also find out that I guess Brittany works at a restaurant, and so we see her. Oh shit! So we see her as she is, depositing her paycheck into her. Well, she's a waitress actually, so she gets paid in tips, right? In cash money. So she's depositing her money. So she says that she puts $125 on K-Rock's books. Girl, I'd be damned if I put that much money on somebody's books. And she's talking about the reason why she does it is because K-Rock puts money on the phone. Okay, that's your phone. That's you, not me. The fuck? I'm on the outside world. I want to keep my money in my pockets. Child, now. No. This is another reason why I say I would never date somebody who is in prison. Again, nothing against you, just wouldn't be for me. Absolutely not, bitch. Would not be for me. So she's talking about the fact that she wants to get married, and it sounds like she not like the day that K-Rock gets out of prison, but pretty soon, as soon as Key Rock gets out of prison, they want to get married and they want to have 4 kids. I was like, again, the emotional maturity level with you two is not there. I hate to say it, but I don't see y'all's marriage lasting. So, Brittany lives with Key Rock's family, so they were doing a video call with Key Rock, and one of Key Rock's brother told Key Rock that when Brittany gets off of work, she don't immediately come home. And so I think Key Rock's brother said that she comes home about like 2 or 3 in the morning, and Key Rock was like, "What time does the restaurant close?" So the brother told him what time the restaurant closed, and so Brittany came in and they had a conversation, and that was really where it ended. But yeah, you guys, let's pause here and wrap up the episode. So lastly, you guys, we got Renika and Asante, right? So we saw Renika. So her sister said the same thing that I said about Renika, that Renika looks like poison ivy with this green hair. But like I said last week, I really want these baby hairs, these adult toddler hairs to go, because they are atrocious. So Renika is talking to her family, telling them that she's gonna be leaving in a week. Her sister told her, like, "Girl, I'm not really feeling this." And so Renika's like, "Well, he's been there for me. When my grandma died, he was there for me." I was like, "Girl, where was he gonna go? It ain't like he can get up and walk away. It ain't like he can go to another city, state. He can't go no motherfucking where." So I can guarantee you and bet my bottom dollar that that man was right there by your side. Because again, where is he gonna go? What is he gonna do? Absolutely nothing. So that's not good enough reason for you to uproot your life and your daughter's lives. Like, absolutely not. And you don't know this man. You've never met this man. That is just bothersome to me. It just throws me for a loop. So later in the episode, we see as she is having a phone conversation with him. So he got an iPhone in prison. She doesn't know how he got this iPhone, but they're FaceTiming. I was like, "Ma'am, you don't think that maybe that's contraband? You don't think that?" So because my brain would start to think, like, is this contraband? Probably so. If he got contraband, what the hell else is he doing in this prison? So she had on her lingerie and she was shaking her, little booties matter, but she was shaking something. Well, she wasn't really shaking nothing. She was just moving. I was like, "Girl, ain't nothing shaking." He was intrigued by it. So then she asked him if he's talking to other women. Girl, did you not hear that pause and that hesitation in that man's voice? That man paused and hesitated before he said no. I was like, Now I did see somebody say that. I did see somebody say when they were watching the trailer that, there is another woman or there's another person in the picture, and it sounded like a man. But I think it's a woman. I think it might be a woman. Only thing is that voice that we heard on that phone with her, it was distorted. Like, you guys know that they do that a lot. Like with Derek, that CO that he was messing with, it was a woman, but they just distorted her voice. So I'm thinking that's probably what it is with Asante, that they've just distorted this woman's voice. If it is a woman, and it could be a man. I saw people make comments saying that he gives them a little bit of a hey girl, hey T. But hey, I don't know. I don't care, right? So then she decided to tell him how her family feels about the situation, right? And how her family don't think that, feels like he might be playing her, might be using her and things like that. So he tells her, don't worry about it, or don't listen to it, or don't let it get to her. I was like, ma'am, just listen to the words that the man is saying. You're telling him that your family has these reservations about him, and instead of him saying, "Oh no, baby, they ain't got nothing to worry about. Your family ain't got nothing to worry about. Like, when I'm gonna prove to your family that I'm the man for you, and I'm gonna be there for you and your girls." Like, he didn't say nothing like that. He told you, don't worry about your family. Don't listen to your family, or don't let it get to you, or something like that. I was like, please, ma'am, use the brain that the good Lord so graciously blessed you with, because you look and sound dumb. You asked that man first. The first question you asked that man was he talking to other women? He did not, he hesitated when he answered that question. He hesitated and he said no. So you didn't, you let that one fly by. But when you tell him that your family has reservations about him, he did not say, oh, you know, like I said, he said, oh no, baby, your family ain't got nothing to worry about. Like when I get out, I want to meet them and I want to tell them, like, you know, show them I'm a changed man. Like, at least pretend. And but you know, what can I expect from, you know, I'm talking about Renika, but what can I expect from somebody with adult baby hairs that are touching her forehead, actually just right here, and then sideburns that are baby hairs too, with green poison ivy looking hair? What the fuck can I expect? Absolutely not a damn thing. But that is the episode, you guys. Please drop down in the comment section and let me know what you guys thought about it. And that's it, you guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn on your post notifications, share the video, you guys. Until the next time, please stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next one, you guys. So please join me for the live. Join me for the live tomorrow or the playback. Actually, it's in a few hours because I'm recording this at 2:48 a.m. in Texas. So, and the live is what from, I believe the live for Love Love During Lockups live is at 7 a.m. and then Rated to Love is at 9 a.m. Ooh, and then I still got to do Hot Topics. If I don't do Hot Topics tonight, I'll have it tomorrow. If I don't do Hot Topics, okay, you guys. If you guys don't see Hot Topics at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, you'll see it at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. I'm just trying to play with it, you guys, because like I said, if you guys didn't see my community tab, I'm actually doing everything early because I have a funeral that I'm going to tomorrow, and the funeral is at 1 o'clock, and I have to drive home, and that takes me about an hour and a half to drive home. So I'm just trying to get everything done before I go down there because I'm not certain if I'm staying or if I'm coming back to Dallas. But hey, that's it, you guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn on your post notifications, share the video, and until the next time, you guys, please stay safe, take care of yourselves, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.